my channel. My name is Laura, and today I'm going to do something fun. I saw a tag. It's called the book scavenger hunt, and I saw this on Jen's bookshelf. She is a new booktuber. I will put a link to her channel below. Please come and check out her channel. And also, she originally found this from Peter Likes Books, and I will also put the link to his channel below, and that's where she originally found the tag. And this is a book scavenger hunt. You can do this in your library, you can do this in a bookstore. Unfortunately, it's in the middle of the night and I plan to do this, and I have over 5,000 books in my house, so on my TBR. So I went to my bookshelves and did the scavenger hunt this way. So there are 8 questions, and the first question is, the way you find the books is, the first thing you have to do is find your favorite book. So I have a lot of favorite books, but my favorite book from the 1980s would have to be Flowers in the Attic. So I picked this one off my shelf. So the author's name is V.C. Andrews. So yeah, so this is the first book that got me into reading. I hated reading when I was a kid, and this book somehow engrossed me, and till this day I still remember reading this book. Yeah, it's very graphic and very traumatic that happens to these kids, but I was engrossed in this book, and then I had to read everything V.C. Andrews wrote. Yeah, so I went on and on and on. So yeah, so she's my favorite author of all time. Okay, so this is my first book. So question number 2 is to, sorry about that, my lighting just fell. Anyway, question number 2 is find another book with the author's same last name or same first name. So it was kind of hard to find a VC, but I did find another Andrews. So on my shelf I found a Ilona Andrews, and I picked up The Magic Bites. So yeah, I was surprised. Now, how I found these books, I went onto my Goodreads, and I went into my Goodreads My Books, because I categorize all my books there, and I searched for Andrews, and this like 5 or 6 books came up that I owned. So yeah, so then I went to my bookshelf and I found this one. So that's this one. Okay, question number 3 is to take that book and to go to page 74, and I'm going to page 74. I'm going to need my glasses because I can't see. Okay, page 74, and I'm going to read the 3rd line of the book and pick 2 words of the 3rd line. So the 3rd line reads, "Changing while it fought the infection, and he proved very difficult." So I have to pick 2 words that have to be in the title of the next book. So I started off looking at changing, and I couldn't find any books that I had. I had some books that were changing, but nothing that matched. So I went with the next 2 words, which is while it. And I found a book that I had on my shelf that started with while it. So the book that I picked up off my shelf is a book 3 of a series. It's called While It Lasts by Abby Glines. So that's this book. Yeah. Okay. So now it says number 4 is to pick a book that has similar content. So this is a new adult book. So I went to my shelf and picked out another new adult book, and that one was very difficult because I couldn't find the number 5. I kept on picking up books on number 4, but number 5, I'll tell you what it is in a minute. But okay, so I wound up going with Maybe Not by Colleen Hoover. This is a new adult book, so she writes new adult. So this is the book that I went with. So on the question number 5 is to pick a book that has a diverse book that has a similar title to this one. So I picked up this book, then I went on to Goodreads and I had to search for diverse books because I have no idea who has diverse and who doesn't. So I looked up diverse books, and then I put Listopia, and it brought me to all the YA books that I owned that had diverse in it. So the book that I had on my shelf that was similar to Maybe Not, the title, I picked up More Happy Than Not. So I figured not and not. So that's what I went with. So yeah, it was kind of hard to find a book that was kind of similar to a new adult book. So this is the book that I chose. So that's number 5. Okay, so now number 6 is to pick a book that has a character in this book in the title of a new book. So I went through this. There's many names in this book. At first I went for Brandon, then there was some other names, and there were so many names. I just kept on looking and kept on looking, and kept on plugging all those names in. Well, it came up to Joey. And the book that came up is one of the books that Justin has on his shelf. So I wound up picking up Joey Pigsba Loses Control by Jack Gantos. So it has the word Joey in it, in the title. So that was pretty cool. So this was on Justin's shelf. This is one of Justin's books. Yeah, I own it, and here we go. Okay, question number 7 is to randomly open this book up and pick a word. So I randomly opened this book up, and the word that I got to, I have a little tab here. The word that came out to me like really quickly was the word water. So now I'm actually reading a book that has water in the title now, but that's cheating. So I had to pick something else off my shelf that had the word water in it. And this book is an author that I wanted to try to read a longest time. And the book that I wound up picking up to read is We Are Water by Wally Lamb. So this is the book that I am going to read in the month of June for my scavenger hunt. So yeah, so that's this one. So yeah, it's amazing how I started off with that one book and I ended with this book. So this is the book that I'm going to be reading. I have no idea what it's about. I collected some books from Wally Lamb. I have a couple on my shelf, and I wanted to read him as a new author. So yeah, so this is the book that I chose to pick up. It is kind of fat, so wish me luck on that one. But yeah, so that's this. This was a lot of fun. So these are all the books I got in my scavenger hunt, and I actually did it in my house, not in the library, not in a bookstore. Yeah, in my house. Yeah, I have a lot of books. So anyway, thank you, Jen, for the shout out. Jen just opened her YouTube channel this past week, and she gave me a shout out on her second video, which is really nice. Thank you, Jen. Thank you for watching. I hope you all try to do this book scavenger hunt. It was kind of hard but really fun to do, and I hope I like Wally Lamb's book. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye.